Hey everyone, it's Mirrored Hearts here with a twin flame talk, I guess. A little twin flame talk.
Little twin flame talk. Thanks for watching us.
Yeah, thanks for tuning in. So, if you've heard about twin flames, then chances are you've wondered if you are a twin flame.
Yeah, or if this crazy love of yours is your twin flame.
Yeah, and the answer's simple.
Yet, not so simple.
True. Why don't we dive into why it isn't so simple first?
Okay. So why isn't it simple?
I'll tell you, my love. It isn't so simple because most people are looking for some wild love story to experience. They're looking for adventure. They're looking for a thrill. They're looking for a spiritual awakening. Like all of these different signs and synchronicities.
And yes, all of those signs are part of this crazy journey, but not if you're looking for it.
Right, exactly.
Because if you're looking for it, it takes away the divinity of it.
Mm-hmm.
If you're looking for it, it takes away the organic part of it.
Mm-hmm.
If you're looking for it, you're probably obsessing over it.
True.
Because no one looks for something without wondering where is it? Why isn't it here? Or I thought I would have found it by now, right? Like you've lost something and you have to find it. Like a twin flame is a set of lost car keys or something.
Right. Yes. And so if you're looking for it, you're going to get attached to anything that looks like what you think you're looking for looks like, which may not actually be what you're looking for at all. Okay. Stay with me. Because you convinced yourself that this is what a wild love story looks like. And this is what adventure looks like. And this is what thrill looks like, right? And this is what spiritual awakening and all these signs and synchronicities look like. And therefore, you've created an ego.
Right. You create an ego when essentially this twin flame relationship and awakening is about breaking down everything you thought you knew. You knew.
Right.
This is why it's breaking down ego, but not in the way you might think.
Right. Everything that looked a certain way to you changes form. It's about showing you the divinity at hand, which can shift anything at any time for you. It's not anything you thought it would be or everything you hoped it'd be, and it exceeds every expectation you could have had for it. This is why every twin flame journey is different for everyone. And this is why when people say there's like a special formula to attract your twin flame, it's a bunch of bullshit. We know because we're twin flames in union.
Right.
And there's no standard formula, but there's simplicity to it. But we'll talk about that in a minute.
Yeah. And I feel like the reason why this twin flame journey is different for everyone because we all have our own perception of what love looks like.
It's not about the perception.
It's about the perspective, as I like to say. And what adventure looks like.
Right.
And what thrill looks like. And what a spiritual awakening, signs, synchronicities look like. And from there is where everything shifts.
Yes. So twin flames have been around since the beginning of time. Zeus and Hera, Marilyn Monroe and JFK, Yoko and John, even though everybody hates, to think of Yoko and John since she broke up the Beatles. Brittany and Justin,
Right.
Selena and Biebs, Cleopatra and Mark Anthony. Those are all just a few that have taken the twin flame spotlight. And I'm sorry to burst your spiritual ego bubble here, but this relationship isn't really anything special at the base of it. But what makes it special is your soul contract with your twin flame and with God, the universe, or any other name for the divine that resonates with you. Not some human or spiritual ego.
Yeah. Hey, I got an idea.
Yeah.
Let's tell them about spiritual ego.
Okay, let's do that. So that's simple. So ego is how we identify ourselves. We have human ego and we have spiritual ego, since we're humans with spiritual purpose, right?
Yeah.
Our Our human ego is all of the behavior, responses, cycles, and personalities we identify with. And guess what? Our spiritual ego is also all of the behaviors, responses, cycles, and personalities that we identify with, but they're spiritually based rather than human based.
Yeah. So, for example,
human
behavior would be casual sex when we feel rejected. What would spiritual behavior be?
Okay, yeah, so if that's your example, then spiritual behavior would be maybe isolating ourselves and rejecting another person's presence when we feel rejected.
Okay, so human response would be raising our voice when we feel unheard.
Yep. Spiritual response would be calling out how another is not listening or only listens to themselves when we feel unheard.
How about human cycle would be when things get hard, you run.
Yeah, spiritual cycle would be when things get hard, you distract yourself with a new healing modality to cope with it.
Yeah, and human personality would be a badass. I can do it myself.
Yeah, well, spiritual personality would be an empowered divine feminine who can do it all by myself. So, yeah, exactly. Those are examples of human ego and spiritual ego and how they show up in our experience. The way to blend it, to bring it into harmony, the way to navigate the twin flame journey, the way to align with your union is in the balance and simplicity of the two. It's about taking what your ego is showing you, like I'm having casual sex right now, or I'm isolating myself, or I'm doing something to distract myself from what I'm feeling in this present moment, and bringing that to a place of allowing yourself to feel and take care of the day. This is how we work with ego. It's really nothing special.
Yeah, there really isn't anything special about the ego other than it triggers awareness for us. Mm-hmm. And the awareness is just the beginning. After the awareness is the response to your awareness.
Yep.
And the response to the response is what's next.
Yes.
So once you respond, the universe responds, and your response to the effect of your response is your next step.
That makes sense. I hope you're following.
How do you respond to your trickle or ripple?
Right.
Once you can manage these steps with yourself, you'll be given the opportunity to share them with another. Mm-hmm. But not if you have a relationship already in front of you that you're distracting yourself from facing. This is where it gets tricky. This is where you would benefit from a trusted source to call it out for you. One good coach won't need you to commit some $5,000 program.
Truth. Preach.
They'll teach you what you need to shift, and then from there, you'll do your own work. If you're using the twin flame label to support an affair, we're here to tell you you're missing the message.
Yeah, that's not what it's
Vibration is pure. Living in a lie is not pure.
No.
If you're honest with the partner in your life, there would be a shift.
True.
If you're not honest, you're lying. There is no in between. Be 100% faithful, and the universe will be 100% faithful.
True.
You lead the dance, you attract your experience.
Yeah, that might hurt the spiritual ego personality that you've created, maybe. We hope it doesn't, but I think you make some really good points there, Mr.
The trigger makes you bigger.
Trigger makes you bigger. So, all right, let's wrap it up. The twin flame journey, we realize it's really just simple. It's been simple over all of time, and it will forever go on. It's our language that's evolving. It's our spirituality that's evolving. Consciousness is evolving. And so have all of the labels that we've used.
Oh, yeah, you mean like soda?
Like soda.
It used to be called soda water, seltzer, pop, or cola.
Cola, yep.
It's an evolution of it, but it's still the same. Yep. So are twin flames.
Yeah, back in the day, people would call, people they were dating their beloveds or steady, true love, the one, and soulmates. Like, soulmates is what people used back in the 90s, but now it's twin flames, and soulmates are some sort of downgraded version.
Right.
And some people think that by achieving some sort of spiritual enlightenment, that it's going to earn like a major soul evolution or twin flame union, but that's just spiritual ego.
Yeah, it is amazing. Blissed out, deep healing, spiritually based relationship.
Yeah.
That's why we like to call this a divine partnership or divine lovers.
Yeah.
Because that's what we are.
That's what we are. But so are you.
And so are others who don't label themselves as a twin flame.
Yeah. All it takes to align with your divine lover is taking care of the simplicity of the day. This is why so many makeup healing modalities, because they just can't understand that it's a simple process. Like, it has to be some big major thing if it's worthy of anything. And it is worthy of everything. And if you knew our story, you'd hear all the twists and turns and can't make this shit up parts.
But it's not because we were looking for it.
No, it's because we were authentically traveling on our own journey.
Right. And we went off course with our authenticity and our divine self. So did our union.
Yeah.
We had to work through what we saw, what we were looking for, and what we thought, and shift back to what was authentic to us.
Yeah, and in doing that, we had to make sure that, we had clean plates to eat off of.
Right.
And we had food to eat and water to drink and clothes to wear. And, there was a song that would lift us up, or we had gratitude for the sun shining on our face. Gratitude for life, but not getting stuck in it, stuck in gratitude. It was a simplicity of just accepting life exactly how it is and finding happiness in it, even if it felt like there was a missing part. We didn't identify with the missing part, but we loved the missing part as it is, and we accepted the missing part as it is, and we just carried on with our day.
Yeah, and eventually God, the divine creator, source, the universe, whatever you resonate with, conspired and moved mountains for us.
Yeah, and from there, the work was put in our lap, and we found faith together.
We sure did.
And we continue working on being authentic and compassionate and intimate and purposeful in our relationship. And so we just wanted to share that with you and let you know that we're here to help you do the same if you wish. And we wish you all the very best. Take care.
Bless.